you for recognizing me. I'd like to follow on with the Majority Assistant Leader's comments and say that I agree that we need to gather to solve this problem. And I sense in the administration and 5 hours of banking hearings yesterday and phone conversations that I've had throughout the evening last night and today, I sense a willingness to alter the plan in such a manner that accountability, that those kind of things, that oversight and other matters that we want to address are addressed. And what I would say to the Assistant Majority Leader and to others who want to see something happen is let's work through the weekend. Let's not have some artificial deadline of Friday leaving here until we get it right. I think there's got to be a structure that comes together very soon that allows both the House and the Senate to be negotiating together. I think the worst that could come out would be for one body to send to another body a message and then that be the vote. Assistant Majority Leader and others who are in leadership here, I hope that what you will do is bring us together as two bodies to try to solve this extraordinary problem together. I have a lot of people in Tennessee that are very frustrated with what's happened on Wall Street, and I understand that frustration. I realize there have been lots of excesses there that need to be punished and penalized. But the fact is that Wall Street is inextricably tied to Main Street. I'm also getting calls throughout the state of Tennessee from businesses, from people involved in small business, people that are involved in household issues that are having very, very difficult issues getting credit. And so what I would say is, look, I think all of us agree that something needs to occur. I think all of us agree that something drastic needs to occur in order to jolt this system. There's a lot of debate over what the right and wrong thing is to do, but I believe that we as a body should be responsible about this. I believe that we should come together as two bodies with the leadership of both bodies working together to try to get this legislation right. The hearings that are taking place today in the House, I think, have been most illuminating. I think the 5-hour session we had yesterday in banking, most of us have been able to spend time with Chairman Bernanke and Secretary Paulson to talk through this issue. And one of the responsibilities and privileges that we have here in the Senate is that we have access to information that most people throughout this country don't have access to. People ask us to make judgments, to use the wisdom that we garner from talking to these people to try to do the right thing for our country. And I hope that sometime between now and Sunday that we will come together, solve this problem, do so in a way that's prudent for our country, that really protects our taxpayers, but at the same time causes the financial system in our country to operate as it should be. I want to mention one other thing. If we do this correctly, which is what I have been trying to encourage, I know the President has done the same thing in hearings yesterday. If we do this correctly, the money, whatever money it is that is expended, is actually something that is an investment. These securities that Secretary Paulson is talking about investing in, these securities have a market value. And if they can set up a mechanism to buy these at proper values, the taxpayers will, in fact, have a return on this. I believe that whatever we do is not going to be 100% correct. We will make mistakes. We will look back on whatever it is that we pass in the next week or so, and we'll realize that we had some issues that were not dealt with properly. But I do think it's incumbent upon us to really work until this is done. I think the markets are watching us. I think actually that while we might have taken another week or two to solve this problem, I think an artificial line has been drawn in the sand for this weekend because the markets now expect us to do something. And I just want to say to the Assistant Leader, to our Minority Leader, to others who've been on the floor, that I certainly stand ready and available to work with others, to work with people on both sides of the aisle and in both bodies to make sure that we solve this problem, we solve it prudently, we do so in a time frame that allows our financial markets to get back to somewhat normal operations as soon as possible. Mr. President, I yield the floor.